Hello everyone. Today we're going to look at implementing a dictionary. Dictionary here is going to store all the books. We're going to collect book information and then store it inside our dictionary for very quick, easy access to grab that information. In particular when we're using this book list drop down. So without further delay, let's get started. We're going to make this variable private dictionary. So it's only accessible within this class. And we're going to call this book collection. So a couple things I'd like to say about dictionaries. First, let's go over the general structure of it. So here we use the keyword dictionary, and then what we put inside of the open and close greater than less than, we have the key value. So the key value is the information that we put in as inside of our square brackets as our index, like we would an array, and then value is what we get back. So what we're going to do with this book collection is the key we're going to use as the title. So we're going to put the title inside. Anytime we want to look up a book, we put the title inside book collection. So it would be something like book collection. It's not auto-populating for me. And then it would be this key right here, right? It would be the key. This is pseudocode. This will not work. But this gives you a sense of how we use the dictionary here. And then what we're going to get back is the value. In this case, we're going to get back the book structure. So all of that information, the title, the author, the genre, that's going to come back with us. That's going to be the return value. Just like I index the array, I get back the value at that part of the array. Some important details to go over with dictionaries very quickly. We get very quick lookups. So no matter how big that dictionary is, in this case our book collection could have a large number of books, we can look up the book very quickly, and this dictionary is adjustable in size. So those are two really useful characteristics of this type of data structure that we'd like to use for this particular situation. Now, a couple of very important things to keep in mind. The key must be unique, so the title needs to always be unique. And if we can't guarantee that, if we know that there's going to be more than one title, then or more than one of the same title, then we would need to find a different key. But for our example here, that should be a fine key. If we needed to create a more unique key, we could do title and maybe author as well, and that'll probably create it. No author is going to write the same book with the same title. That would be a safe way to do it. And another important caveat with dictionaries is it's a lot slower to go through the entire dictionary. They're not like an array or a list where everything's ordered and neatly represented. So to read the entire dictionary is actually slow and one of the big drawbacks with using a dictionary. But you get quick lookups. So if you're trying to build a data structure that you just want to look up information really quickly, this is your target. And if you're not really interested in looping through the whole list, and in this case, we don't really need to loop through an entire book collection in most circumstances. So a dictionary is a perfect fit for this type of situation. Next, let's populate the book collection. Right now it's just a null variable. So let's assign it this dictionary, and now it has been assigned this information. So that's a very simple step there. I won't go into too much information. Before it was null, now it's not. We're going to add code to this add book click. So what this dictionary, this book collection, is just going to store all the information while this app is open. So the book collection will always have all the books. So to do that, we need to add it to, we need to add, anytime a book is added, which our add book click here is doing, we need to add it to this book collection. So to do that, we will do book collection, and now we're using the dictionary add function here. And now we want to use this new book title, and we want to use this new book that we've created here. So this meets the structure of a string and a struct, right? Our key is the string, and the value is this book structure, which stores all of this variable information. So now we have added our, whenever a new book is added with this button click, now the book collection will be populated with that information. Now I want to create some functionality with our drop down here. So I'm going to double click that. We should get selected, there we go. So I had to go through the event handlers on the right here. Selected index change, comboBoxBooks. Selected index change here. So anytime we change the value of the drop down, this event will run. And what we'd like to do here is get the value of the enum. Excuse me. We'll get the value of the title, and then we will use that as a way to access our book information. So let's start by first reading what's in the combo box. So here we're looking at comboBoxBooks, which is this control here. And then we want to look at the selected item. And we can convert that to string, and that will give us our selected key. That will give us our key value here, which has been stored inside of the text. Because the combo box is displaying the title, the selected item to string is the title. And then we're going to do a little bit of variable checking, but we would expect this to always be true unless there's a problem later down the line in our code. We would always expect the book collection key to be available, but it's good to do a little bit of error checking, and we're just verifying that our book collection has that value. Otherwise, it's very similar to indexing array out of bounds. We don't want to do that. So we're gonna, before we pull the information, so we're gonna find our selected book from our book collection dictionary, and we're gonna index with the selected key. We don't want to index the book collection without knowing that the key is there. That's like reading an array out of bounds as well. So we want to avoid that. Now to read our genre, we still need to assign the value here. But then now we can display all of this information. So I'm going to just copy the string interpolation here, save a little time. And now we have a way to read the selected value from the combo box. So now that we've done all this, we should be able to run our code here and get a clean example. Call that test title, test author, and we'll do biography, add book, book added, perfect. And then we get a nice display now, which is the new code we've written down here. So we were able to add to this book list, and then here we are reading from the book collection. We're reading from the book collection here. That's what our combo box is doing. And now to just be very thorough, let's create a test case for this dictionary, right? Let's test the variable out exactly as we expect. To save a little bit of time, I've already written my test function, so I'm going to copy and paste that in here and then briefly go over what it's doing. It's pretty simple. We have a string. We're doing string concatenation with book list here. And all we're doing is looping through the book collection. So we're looping through our dictionary here. We're looking at only the values of the dictionary. So these are books, right? We're looking at this component. We don't care about the keys. So we're just saying, look at the book collection values. And for each book, we want to display, we're using some more string interpolation here, book title, book author, book genre. And then it's just going to create a long list and display it to us. So to test our dictionary with multiple values, we're going to run our code here. And we'll do test 1, test 2. Let's change to a different one here for our genre. Test 3, different genre again. Cool. Now we have 3 books. We see that our combo box works with each of them. That's great. Our display message is great, pulling all that information back from the structure. Now let's run our test just to make sure our book collection is acting as we would hope, and we see that it does give us all 3 results with accurate information. Now this test is looping through the entire collection, so it's not ideal to loop through an entire dictionary, but it does verify that we are using it correctly, which is what we were targeting. So now we've implemented a dictionary, and I hope this was helpful. Keep in mind to wrap up, we'll just reiterate some of the powers of the dictionary. You get quick lookups, you can adjust the size of it, but this key always needs to be unique, and if it's not unique, then it's not going to let you, I believe it's not going to let you add that value to the file, or it will create some type of error. So keep that in mind when you're using this type of data structure or sort, or this data collection. But yeah, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.